What's going on, guys? My name is Brandon and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Pokemon Masters EX video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a brand new sync pair that's coming on the 30th of September. That is Signasuit Misty and Vaporeon. And I know a lot of people were thinking Signasuit Misty was going to be teamed up with like Mega Gyarados or something like that, but it looks like Vaporeon is the way they're wanting to go with this. So let's take a look at the unit. So it's a water tech unit. It is electric weak. And here's the stats. We got HP 611, attack is 185, defense 178, special attack 336, and special defense is 204. And rounding it off, our speed is 244. Now our moves, we have Water Gun is 1 bar. It is a special attack. It's got 20 BP, 100% accuracy, no additional effect. Then moving on to Mist, it has 2 uses. It takes up 2 bars, applies stat reduction defense to allied field of play. So you will not be able to get your stats reduced, and that is for your entire team. It's pretty good. Haze, 2 uses, 2 bars, just like Mist, but returns stats to normal for all opponents. So if your opponents are buffing like crazy, you use Haze, and it uses you use Haze, right? And all those stats go back to normal, but it affects the entire opponent's field. So that's pretty good. Go with the flow. This is our trainer move. So 2 uses. It affects all allies, raises the user's defense by 2 ranks, raises special defense of allies by 2 ranks. So, I mean, you're getting that added defense, so it kind of rounds it out with the special defense. Might bring it up to that level. You're raising the special defense of your allies by 2 ranks. So you use both of these and you're at +4 special defense. I mean, you can get the same effect from like BP Morty. I mean, the kit's looking okay. It's not anything crazy. I love the outfit. The outfit's cool. And if you love Vaporeon, obviously. So going back to it, I said they're showing up the 30th of September. They're going until the 16th of October, and it's going to be a Spotlight Scout. So that means they will be thrown into the regular pool of units at some point in time. So just keep that in mind when saving maybe for fall, Halloween, Christmas. That's all coming up in the next few months. So, but anyway, those are the moves and the stats. Let's move on to passives. Okay, so sync move is called Mermaid Duo Hydro Pump. It's 200 BP. Power increases when no stats are raised. So naturally what you want to do in order to get the most out of the sync move, you're going to want to pop your Haze right before you sync. So, I mean, yeah, I don't even know where my train of thought was kind of going with that. But yeah, so if you're wanting to sync with Vaporeon, then you might want to pop that Haze beforehand. That way you get the most out of it. But moving on to passives, we have Charging Infliction 4. So it charges the move gauge by 4 when the Pokemon uses a status move. You're going to be taking advantage of that a lot given Mist and Haze. Shifty Striker 4, we have a 50% chance of raising evasiveness 1 rank when the Pokemon uses a move. It's pretty good, 50-50 shot, especially if you're using it to tank. I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I guess if you wanted to, you could do that and then just have the evasiveness get raised every time you use like Water Gun or something, because it's a 1 bar move. And then Healthy Healing, I mean, a lot of Pokemon have this either on their grid or passives. Applies the gradual healing effect when the user enters a battle with full HP. So the passives are okay. Honestly, this whole sync pair kind of, I think the other Misties are better. But if Misty's one of your favorite characters, obviously, in the words of the great Karen from the Elite Four, don't worry about no tang, just get those favorites, or something. She said something like that. Don't quote me. Anyway, yeah, so that's the kit. But we are going to take a look at the sync grid. So let's go to that. Okay, so here's the sync grid. Just off the bat, just looking at some stuff, a lot of stuff that involves evasiveness. But as we kind of do in these videos, we're going to go over the yellow tiles as they kind of affect the Pokemon the most. So over on the left here, we have Fast Runner. So evasiveness cannot be lowered. I'm pretty sure Signa has this. Team Shielding Infliction 4 has a 50% chance of raising the defense of all allied sync pairs by 1 stat rank when the Pokemon uses a status move. That's pretty nice. It affects your whole team, so that's good. Bob and Weave, more the user's evasiveness is raised, the more it powers up the moves. Sync Power Flux. The fuller the move gauge when the user's sync move is selected, the more this powers up the sync move. So, I mean, just your typical like Power Flux 2, Power Flux 3, the more gauge you have, the harder you hit, but I guess applying to sync moves. Allied Entry 1 raises the user's evasiveness by 1 stat rank when it enters a battle. That's kind of nice because you get the evasiveness right off the bat, and then you also get healthy healing as your passive. So, I mean, it's not a terrible combo. Flameproof, can't get burned. Grand Entry 1 raises special attack by 1 stat rank when it enters the battle. So you have a lot of enters the battle type deals. So that's interesting. Okay, so Team Smart Affliction, kind of the opposite of Shield Affliction. So special attack, the other was defense. So Shield Infliction is going to give you a 50% chance of raising defense, and then Smart Infliction is going to give you a 50% chance to raise the special attack. And again, by 1 rank, and when it uses a status move. We have Blind Spot. The more the evasiveness has been raised, the more it powers up sync moves. And then lastly, we have Leg Up. So once per battle has a 20% chance of reducing the user's sync move countdown by 1 when it enters the battle. Okay. And then up top here, we have the Mist. So Mist Propulsion 3, 40% chance of reducing the user's sync move countdown by 1 when the user's move is successful. And MP Refresh 2, so 30% chance. As I say with all MP refreshes, we usually want to go for 3 or even 4. 4 is very uncommon. 3 is a little bit more common. But it's seeming like with these newer units, 2 is usually the safe spot for them. Up on the top right, we have Water Gun. So Shifty Striker 4, just like your passive, but applying to Water Gun. So 50% chance to raise evasiveness by 1 stat rank when the Pokemon uses Water Gun. Might not be too bad. It's 50% chance, and you pair it up with this here. So Move Gauge Refresh 9, your 1-bar move, so it's just like Psyduck, it's just like Skyla's Gust. You use a bar, and you gain it back because it will always proc. Now down here we have Haze. So same thing for Haze Propulsion 3, so reduces the user's sync move countdown by 1, has a 40% chance of doing so, and along with MP Refresh 2, so a 30% chance to restore 1 MP. And then you also have a 30% chance over here of restoring 1 MP of your user's trainer move as well. Now looking at the grid in general, right, let's go for 1 out of 5. Okay, so 1 out of 5, I mean, you don't get much. You could, if you really wanted to, you could fill up everything. If you really wanted to. Yeah, 1 out of 5, it's usually like, hey, if you really want to spend the orbs, like, go for it and just fill out everything. Now, let's check out 2 out of 5. Okay, so 2 out of 5, it depends really on who you pair Vaporeon up with. However, I think Agile Entry is pretty good, especially if you're using Vaporeon as like kind of a tank type of deal. Always want to go for the trainer move, MP Refresh, and I would probably go for Mist MP Refresh as well. And maybe throw a little defense on the side. So something that looks like this, or that because we need, or that because we need to get to Haze. But yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I mean, you're getting the move gauge refresh off your water gun, you're getting evasiveness, you can't get your evasiveness lowered, so the less you get hit, the longer you stay alive, right? But yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you can't really run a sync nuke with 2 out of 5 because you don't even have your tiles. So let's take a look at 3 out of 5. Okay, so a little bit more here. So we just talked about sync nuke. So let's actually go that route. Maybe that. You kind of do want to go for like at least one propulsion. I think Haze propulsion would probably be better in this sense because of the added effect of your sync move. But maybe something like that. It's really hard to do a sync nuke with this. So blind spot. Yeah, we definitely want blind spot in lieu of bob and weave. Yeah, maybe something like that. And then grab some extra special attack. I don't know. But if we wanted to do something other than a sync nuke, I think the water gun move gauge refresh 9 is just way too good to pass up. I think Haze propulsion is pretty good. We could even do mist propulsion to kind of get your sync move a little sooner. Let's see, Shifty Striker. Yeah, you could do that. That way your evasiveness keeps getting raised, and maybe throw a little extra defense. Let's see, what else could we do? Yeah, I just think that, like I said, the water gun move gauge refresh is just such a good utility move. One bar spam, plus you get the move gauge back. It's pretty much a no-brainer. But yeah, I think that would be. Let's see if we can do something else. I mean, if you really didn't want the water gun, I guess you could maybe do something like this. I don't really know how viable that is, but you have propulsion 3 on both status moves and you have MP refresh, so you could be stacking that evasiveness like crazy, make yourself more survivable. I don't know. So we have a lot to consider, right? Because it's, you can use it in Champion Stadium, you can use it in Battle Villa. Time will tell and see exactly how this plays out as far as Battle Villa and Master Mode goes. But I think it's a really good, I say really good, but okay, let's back up. I think it's a decent unit for debuffing the opponent, right? If, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you have opponents that are buffing themselves like crazy, you definitely want to do this. You definitely want to use this unit to debuff and then just hit them. But overall, my thoughts on the unit, it's going to be a pass. The fact that it's a Spotlight Scout is a turnoff for me. But also, it's just nothing really stands out as great. So, but I like Vaporeon. I like the evolutions. Don't get me wrong. But yeah. What do you guys think about Vaporeon? Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for Signa Suit Misty? Will you be pulling on her? Let me know. But if you did enjoy the video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Any support to the channel is greatly appreciated. We are rapidly approaching 300 subscribers, and I thank you all for that. Much love to you guys. My name's Brandon. I thank you all for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you all in the next video.